Hello, lovely people. This is Joan, and I was just on Leandria TV, and I saw where she was reporting on Tommy Sotomayor, and I really thought he had gone because I hadn't heard about him in a long time. But anyway, apparently a woman, an identifiably black woman, either punched him in the face or attempted to punch him in the face or something on the Fit and Fresh show. Now, I'm sorry, Fresh and Fit show. What I would really like, seriously, if someone would explain to me why black women go on this show. I mean, do they pay people a lot? Because I've never really watched the whole show. I only see snippets of it, and it seems like there'll be a brown or dark skinned woman sitting there in the middle of a bunch of biracial women or white women. It might be two black women there or something. But the black men there will start an argument with her. She'll get angry and leave. Or else, in this case, she gets angry and either hits or attempts to hit Tommy Sotomayor. So, I don't know. I don't watch it. I have no interest in, maybe that's the lazy way out. I refuse to watch it. I just want someone to tell me, if you know that that's what they're going to do, that you're going to sit there and then they're going to say something that is going to make you so angry that you either leave or try to attempt to hit someone, why would you go? I don't understand that. I think I might be missing something. And I also think, why do you care about these people's opinions? Seriously. Now, I don't know how many years ago that was. I actually listened to Tommy Sotomayor and somebody else who called himself the general or the judge. Now, I'm not saying I was a frequent listener. I listened to them maybe once or twice. And I thought then, why are they attacking black women? I don't understand. That was when I was innocent because like I said, I grew up on love songs. Black men were singing love songs to black women. And so hearing things that I was hearing was like, who are these people? And then to find out that this is common and that people liked it, that was also very odd to me. But in any case, I listened to this and I couldn't figure out either one of their argument to be truthful. It was kind of sounded to me like gobbledygook, like she was stop talking about black women, and he was like, I'll talk about black women all I want, and they shouldn't complain. And then a few other people said something along the lines of, he's trying to improve your image, which how does making fun of someone improve their image? Like I said, that just sounded like a bunch of gobbledygook to me. And then she said something about he made a pass at her or paid her way to wherever it is they are. I don't know. These people. The thing is, it seems to me that it's too late to care. And like I said, this is a black girl party, but anybody who wants to can listen. It's too late to care what black men think. Point blank period. It's just too late. They have gone so far that black women are at the point where anybody feels they can physically or sexually assault us. They have made us the targets because everybody knows we don't have any earthly protection, which is why I'm saying what I said last time. Please dust the Bible off for yourself and read it, because there isn't anything else down here. They are talking about, well, I haven't heard it recently, but, they were talking about defunding the police. If a black woman is shot or murdered or whatever every 5.5 hours with the police, what do you think will happen without the police? So, as I was saying, like my sister-in-law told me once, well, you better get Jesus or something because, she was horrible also. But in that case, you better grab hold to the Most High and His Son, because you don't have, even if you had everything, you owe them that. But my point is, you don't have anything else. A woman's first line of defense is her man, period. God gave you intellect in a lot of cases, black women, but He didn't give you muscle, not compared to them. So I remember back in the 80s, they were talking about a lot of times black women were dating somewhat 80s standard dangerous guys because they offered protection. You dated one horrible guy to protect you from all the other horrible guys. But now you need protection from the horrible guy you're dating to keep you safe from the other horrible guys. It's just too late. It's too late to listen to someone who owes you. They do. Black men owe you. It's too late to listen to someone who owes you, who refuses to pay and then just talks about you. You cannot refute what he's saying. Or you can refute it, but you can't deny it, because he can, as he said, he can say whatever he wants. The best thing you can do is recognize, who cares what he says? Who cares? Who cares? I don't care how much money he has. He's kind of irrelevant. And to be truthful, all of them are. Anybody who throws their whole race under the bus is like, yeah, well, who cares what you say? If they say, well, I'm going to go after every white woman I see, have fun. Knock yourself out. That is, I think, the appropriate answer. And unless they're paying you like $10 million, I don't see, as a black woman, why would you go on this show? You know what they're going to do. It's not like a sucker punch. It's not a surprise. Maybe they did have some sort of a relationship before where she thought maybe, he'll behave or he'll act like he recognizes that I'm a human being. But the thing is, he has a vested interest in not treating you like he knows you're a human being. I mean, because even, I don't know if they get paid for this show, but he probably does get notoriety at the very least, which leads into cash. And people now are acting so surprised by black men, but I do remember, I think it was back in the 80s, 70s or 80s, when they first started talking about pimping, black men and pimping. It became like that was just the most wonderful thing a guy could do. I mean, that's what they're doing now. Pimping is sacrificing someone. It's saying that, okay, I'm going to throw you under the bus and get paid for it. So once you realize that this is that person's mentality, don't you kind of lose not a little, but don't you lose all respect for them? I mean, don't you feel like you don't count? You just simply don't count. It's one thing to not know you're doing something wrong, but to do it and to see everything falling apart because you're doing it and to continue on doing it, that's something totally different. So why argue? Don't argue. I mean, if he wants to say this, that, or the other thing, it'll all come out in the wash. And that's easy to say because I'm not there. But my answer to that is, don't be there. They're making their money off of you, so why be there? I mean, like I said, I don't know if you get paid for being on this show, but if you don't, I don't see the point. I really don't. And if any of you know, please tell me, because, I'll admit, I'm like somebody was doing I think it was the Archduchess, and I didn't see the whole broadcast because my computer, the Wi-Fi or something just dropped it. But she was saying, she was doing a live stream about baby boomers and something about Whitney Houston. So, yeah, I could be that, this is a generational thing, but, school me. Because like I said, I don't see the point. I mean, look at Tommy. I mean, he constantly is talking about people's weaves, or at least, well, let me not say what he talks about because I've only listened to him once, and that was years ago, but that was enough. So, I don't know. We are not, as black men and black women, we are not on the same team. Black men left as soon as the door was open. I used to say, you know what? All you have to do is give a black man a blonde and a couple of dollars, and he's gone. Now, I was saying that back in the 80s and 90s, at which point people were like, how could she say such a thing? But it's the truth. I mean, one guy did come out on, I think it was Cynthia G's show, and he came right out and said that, and it might have been, I can't remember exactly whose show it was, and it was a while back, but he did say that Nyla, I think it was Nyla's show, this guy came right out and said that black men were sacrificing black women. Now, I don't think he meant it in the physical sense, but when you look at the homicide rate, I think that it is in all senses. So, when you know someone who really should be looking at you with gratitude, but is not, you're looking at very high narcissistic traits at the very least, and you can't win with them. The best you can do is separate yourself. Get away from people like this. Don't go on shows and try to debate them because their debates won't make any sense. You'll be sitting there trying to figure out, what does this have to do with what we were talking about? And before you can get an answer from that, for a fact, you will never get a straight answer. They'll have accused you of 15 other things. And you'll be constantly on the defensive trying to explain that no, that's not what I said. No, that's not what I meant. I know whereof I speak. I was married to someone who you just simply are not going to win an argument. So basically don't get into one. I know it's easier said than done when you're provoked. But like I said, with this one, you know what they're going to do. You know that they're going to basically pit you against whatever preference they have that they're celebrating that day, and have her sit there quietly and demurely and have you acting like you are someone who was not taught to behave in a ladylike manner. Well, black men didn't want women to behave in a ladylike manner a generation ago. They've always complained, and the thing is, with a narcissist, it does not matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you say. If they see that you are unprotected, and if they are jealous of you, they are coming for you. And it seems to me very much that black men are jealous of black women. I think they're jealous that black women, like someone said, now this was a white woman and she wasn't talking about black people, she was talking about male and female, but I think it applies in general. She said that God gave man the muscle, but he gave woman the hustle. Now I think that all men are kind of threatened, at least a little bit, by women's hustle, but other races of men are so busy trying to win the human race that they might be a little annoyed with their women, but they're looking at the advantages of having them on their team. Black men don't look at it like that. They look at it strictly as a competition. They don't want to compete with anybody else, but they sure do want to compete with you. And they want to compete with you and constantly have you trying to make yourself into what they want. But what they want constantly changes. It's like the finish line that keeps moving so that you never ever hit it. And that also is a narcissistic trait. But the thing is, like I said, if you know what's going to happen, I just don't see the point in going. I don't. Why would you go on the now? If you are mixed, if you're a mixed race woman, if you're a woman, if you're any kind of woman other than a black woman, well, you want to if they pay you. Sounds like a Might be, I don't think it'd be fun, but it'd be something to do to get money. But other than that, why? Explain what are the reasons behind this. So, you guys, I am quite serious about please explain this to me. Please like, share, subscribe. And like I said, I like to I tie everything up into the Bible because I'm sure whatever we're saying now, it has been prophesied before. And while I was watching this, I kept thinking of the scripture, and the earth was filled with violence. You know, that's what happened right before God got rid of everybody on earth except for 8 people. So I think we got some stuff coming, and you don't want to be on the Most High's bad side. So that's just something to think about. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and have a great rest of your day.